Hi. So, being a knowledge giver, it's a very hard task to take a brainstorming session. And it's important that your session is structured. So, do you take a structured brainstorming session? It's really important. So, I'll tell you how to facilitate the virtual brainstorming session. So, hi, Ria here, and I'm here to solve your problems related to the online coaching. So I'm going to share some of my favorite brainstorming exercise for the online meetings and distance seminar. You may use this and energize your session and encourage the people to solve their problem and come up with a very good solution together. It is usually a good idea to arrange a brainstorm session since just asking the individual to brainstorm is inefficient. See, if you ask them to do brainstorming among themselves, they'll not do it properly. You have to arrange it in a proper format so it will give you a proper output. So your brainstorming session should be focused, well-designed exercise that ensures the each participant in the brainstorming is participating and is interacting and is also being creative with whatever the topic has been discussed. Now, being a coach or a tutor, it's important for you to understand while taking a brainstorming session that do not prematurely assess anyone. You have to understand each and every point, even if it's a wrong point, even if it's not a good idea, you have to listen it, take it to the end and then evaluate it, because even if it's a wrong idea, it can ignite some other idea in someone else's mind in the session. So it's important, do not just assess prematurely. Remember that every proposal will be practical or a good idea while you do this virtual brainstorming exercise in your session. And that's okay when we develop the idea. We employ a distinct region of our brain that we assess and criticize that some ideas are not good. But do not criticize, allow the thoughts to go wild and do not get in their way, just let the ideas come out. Get all of them out there, and since a bad idea might lead to some very fantastic idea later on. So getting through out allows your workshop participant to free up their minds to go on and think about the topics. So once that you have generated a large number of ideas, your conference participant may analyze them to determine which one is best. Now for determining that, you can also use polling systems. So I'm going to tell you what are some of the brilliant brainstorming tools which you can use. So you can use whiteboards, you can use the polling tools, or you can use breakout rooms. Now let's discuss one by one. What is whiteboards? So whiteboards like Canva or Mural, on that you can just give topic to the students and you have to make them work on the topic and take a link from them. So in that you can add a more after the session. So that is whiteboard or the whiteboard virtual brainstorming. Now next is breakout room. Now what you have to do, you have to, in a complete session, you have to divide them in small group. You can use that in the Zoom also. So it has the option for the Zoom to create a breakout rooms in a complete room. If you have participant like 25 participant, so you can divide them in 5 and make them do some task differently or create their ideas differently. So this is kind of a brainstorming which you can use. Breakout room is a tool which you can use. So after whiteboard, breakout, and you can use a polling tools like Slido. Then Slido is used to get like most word which is used, the most idea which is used, they will input a single word related to that, and that you can see. So what idea they are getting, and even after looking at someone else's idea, they'll get more ideas in their mind and they can ignite more fire. So this brainstorming session will help them to grow. So ranking and voting tools for the virtual brainstorming ideas. There are also some excellent collaborative tools available for rating and voting in the idea generated during your virtual brainstorming session. Slido is one of it, and the Mentimeter is also one of the this tool, voting or the ranking tool, which you can use. Now how to do virtual brainstorming? Having a structured activity works much better than asking people to shout ideas for someone to write down on a blank page. So instead of just one will say the ideas and someone else will write it down, it's important that your complete brainstorming session should be in a structured activity. Virtual brainstorming activities are designed to get the people thinking differently. These are the techniques that disrupt the habitual way of thinking to help your delegates to come up with the fresh ideas. Now, I'm going to tell you 7 different brainstorming activities which you can perform while taking online session for your students or for whomever you are teaching or giving your knowledge. It will be very helpful and playful, and this will also gain their confidence about their topic and also your confidence. So, I'll tell you what are the 7 different virtual brainstorming activities. Some of the favorites are, which I am using particularly, that is 30 circles. In 30 circle, what happens, just you have to take a blank page or just a page on the Canva you can take, then just put the 30 circles and you have to put down 30 ideas in that. In that, what happens, see, someone can think for 1 idea, 2 idea, 3 idea, but it's very hard related to a single topic when you have to get 30 ideas. That is where your brain starts thinking in a very deeper way. So there are 7 different techniques which I'm going to tell. I'm just going to name it right now. In next videos, I'm going to take one by one and go deep into that. So let's see what are the 7 different ways by which the brainstorming can be done. So first is 30 circle, second is random stimulus, third is exaggeration, fourth is scamper, fifth is expectation, sixth is inspired by greatness, seventh is the lotus blossom technique. So this 7 technique you can use as a brainstorming technique which will help for your team to get out the ideas and which will help each other to find out the ideas which they can use in their business to grow. So if you are into a coaching business and if you are coaching someone, like if you are teaching someone Vedic maths or if you are teaching someone coding, then you can take brainstorming, like which idea or what kind of coding techniques we can add, like what kind of ideas we can generate so you can complete the task given in a particular time. So that way, when you are in meeting and you are facing some problems, that you are giving some task to your students but they are not doing it. For example, if you are teaching drawing to your students and if you are giving them 2 drawings as a task weekly but they are not doing it, so you can arrange a brainstorm session. In that, you can take an example of 30 circles where you will make each, or if you have 30 students, make group of 5 and in that group you have to make them 30 different ideas with which they can grow their skills. Instead of just giving homework, what activities we can add so that can be done in a proper way. So this is kind of an example which can be used in the brainstorm session. So this is how the brainstorm sessions are taken. And for the tutors, trainers, coaches, if you want to get more ideas about how to take brainstorm sessions, how your digital marketing should be done, how to reach multiple students, how to get like a good earning in your digital coaching business, if you want to know more about it, you can just get connected with me on my, just go to www.riyagule.com. on that there's a link to the webinar. You can just log into that, you can just go to the link, just register yourself and you can attend my free webinar in which I'm going to teach you the complete process from where you will be going from niche selection to how you're going to create your own course with your own knowledge, and you're going to use coaching, consulting, then courses, affiliate marketing, which will help you start earning, start monetizing your knowledge. So if you are in, you can just click on the link below and register my free webinar. Thank you so much.